Hey everybody, it's YGL Paladin and welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing something very different, and that's actually going to be talking about some big news that was just dropped. There's actually quite a lot of news that just came out for Yu-Gi-Oh! And I wanted to go through them as quickly as possible to get everything in because this might actually be a long video. I'm going to try not to make it too long, but we'll see what happens when we get there. So there was a lot of news that actually did drop, and recently just dropped was the leaks for Link Vrain 3, the Link Vrains 3 pack 3, whatever it's called. And we did get 3 archetypes leaked to us by use of a promotional poster. I don't exactly know where the poster was actually held at, but it did show 3 archetypes. Then we also got the new / last card for the Legendary Duelist Pack 6, which is also the last support for Yugi Moto. And on top of that, we also got the reveal of the new Lost promo card arts, and I think that's actually going to be really interesting. So let's go ahead and talk about these videos. And I have not looked at these link monsters. I've been trying to do this quickly as possible. Well, I'm sorry. I was trying to do what I was doing earlier as quickly as possible so I can get home, react to these cards. So let's just get straight to these. I've been dying to see what these cards actually do. And the first card we're going to talk about is a new Destruction Sword Link monster. So Buster Bladers did get a Link monster, and that is Champion Whelp of the Destruction Swordsman. It is a light dragon link effect monster, linked to 400 attack points, so it's kind of low. And is okay, really good arrows. Bottom left, bottom right, that's nice. And 2 monsters, very generic actually. And it's a dragon too. Guard Dragon plays right there. Anyways, you can only use this card's name's first and second effects once per turn. First effect, if this card is link summoned, you can send 1 Destruction Sword card from your deck to the graveyard. Then you can special summon 1 Buster Blader monster from your hand. That's not terrible, right? I'm not very familiar with the Buster Blader cards because I used to play it, but I haven't played it in like so long now. So, I mean, I think you want to get those cards in your graveyard, right? You have more utility of those cards in the graveyard. And I do like that you could special summon a Buster Blader, and that is a you can effect. You don't have to do it, but you could send a Destruction Sword card from the deck to the graveyard. That's actually really good. But I kind of wish you could have summoned Buster Blader from the deck. I think that'd be too OP though. So the second effect is at the end of your battle phase, if your opponent controls no monsters, you could target one of your Buster Blader monsters that did not declare an attack during this turn. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to its attack. Wait, if they control no monsters, wouldn't you just want to attack directly anyways? Am I missing something there? I might be missing something. Again, I haven't played this deck in a while. I think I remember the fusion can't attack directly, but don't you want to attack with that monster mainly? I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section down below if I'm missing something about this card. So this card is okay. I don't know. I don't want to prejudge this card. I think it's okay. I do like the artwork though. That artwork does look nice. So this card is good. I think it's all right. I just wonder how it's going to help the Buster Blader deck. I think it should have been able to summon Buster Blader from the deck, but I understand why they didn't do that. So moving on. We have Crossroad Dragon, which is a card I was dying to know what it does. It's a Black Rose Link monster. It is a Dark Dragon Link monster linked to 800 attack points. Link markers are left and bottom. 2 monsters with different types. Man, this pack is kind of like generics, huh? So you can only use this card's name's first and second effects once per turn. During the main phase, quick effect, you contribute this card and 1 plant monster you control. Special summon 1 Rose Synchro monster or 1 plant Synchro monster from your extra deck. This is treated as a Synchro summon. So that's not terrible. That's like, what is it? Summoning Black Rose Dragon on your opponent's turn, huh? And popping everything. But for that to happen, you actually do need to make sure it is successful. And you do have to tribute these, huh? Yeah, that's cute. A second effect is that if a monster or monsters you control is destroyed by a card effect, while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 Rose Dragon monster from your graveyard. Okay, so this card is not terrible. I only kind of wish it was more towards plant monsters, like in generically. I guess the first part is, yeah, because you can summon a plant synchro, so that's actually pretty good, while also being in its own archetype. So, yeah, this card is actually not that bad. I wonder how good it's going to be, though, because you have to tribute it, and if it gets called by the grave, right, it's dead. I don't know. Yeah, this card's okay. I think this is a pretty good card. I like the art though. The art, I do like this Black Rose, like a Crossroads looking dragon. So yeah, okay. So moving on, we do have a new World Legacy card, which is one I'm very excited to know what it does. We have World Keymaster Lib. It looks like from the artwork, she's also wearing Dingirsu's scarf. Is that what it is? And that sword too. I don't think that was Dingirsu's sword. Anyways, it is a light Cyverse link effect monster linked to attack 2000. The markers are left and bottom left. Requires only 2 monsters. Yeah, man, these are all generic. Cannot be link summoned unless there is a World Legacy card in your graveyard. Oh, okay. Well, okay. There's that. You can only use this card's name's first and second effect once per turn each. First effect, during your main phase, you can set 1 World Legacy spell trap directly from your deck to your field, but you cannot activate that card during this turn unless you have a World Legacy monster in your graveyard. That's not bad. That's not actually not that bad. World Legacy monster? Yeah, that's actually not that bad, huh? Isn't just a card a World Legacy monster, the Ib? I think it is. It has to be a World Legacy, so not like World Chalice. I think it has to be one of the bigger guys. So, not terrible. Second effect, if this card is link summoned, if this link summoned card is sent to the graveyard as a link material, you can shuffle 1 card on the field into the deck. Hey, that's actually really good. I like that, and it's non-targetable. I like that. Okay, so this card's actually not that bad, although I kind of wish that Link VRAINS didn't have this, because this is something that could have just been in a main set. You know what I mean? Kind of a waste of a slot, but I guess it's okay. I don't know. And also, looking at all 3 of these archetypes, I think it's safe to say that the leak list that we had about Link VRAINS 3 is actually looking to be legit, because these were on there except the Ib, but they did say that they did miss 1 archetype, so that could have been the one that was missed. So looking at these, not that bad. I am surprised by how generic these cards are, but let me know in the comment section what you guys think about these, and if they're going to help the Buster Bladers, Black Rose, or if World Chalice are going to be even better, or World Legacy, are going to be even better. On to the next set of news. We do have the final support for Yugimoto in the Legendary Duelist Pack 6, and this card's actually not that bad either. Spoiler warning. So it is a card called Servant of the Soul Quick Play Spell card. Its effect reads, you can only use this card's name's second effect once per turn. First effect, place from your hand, deck, or graveyard on top of your deck 1 Dark Magician or 1 card that specifically lists the card Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl in its text except itself. So primarily you could just stack your deck and then use like what is it called? Magical Circle Magical Circle to add that card back to your hand, or if you have Allure Darkness, you can also just draw it. So yeah, that's actually really good. And its second effect is that during your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, draw cards equal to the number of Palladium Oracle monsters, Dark Magician, and Dark Magician Girl on the field and in the graveyards with different names. So I think it's actually pretty cool that they did list the Palladium Oracle cards, and that is another thing as well about stacking the deck, is that you can actually now put Mahad on top of your deck, and if you draw it, you can special summon it for free, have a 2500 beater, a level 7 monster to go into a rank 7 Xyz play, or if it battles a dark monster, you got a 5000 type point beater, so that's actually pretty cool too. And I gotta say, the draw power is not that bad. I don't think you're gonna do like 4 draws though, because you would have to run Palladium Mahad, the Mana, Dark Magician Girl. I don't think you're gonna do that at all, but you only really need like the 1 or 2 draws depending on what you're gonna be running in the deck, and I think just the 1 draw is still good enough. It's a free draw technically. Well, not technically, but it's still a way of drawing the top card of your deck, and just being able to stack your deck more than once, because that effect is not once per turn, is actually really cool. And yeah, the only thing that I have a complaint about this card is that it does not search the Eye of Timaeus. I was hoping we would get that, but unfortunately we did not. So hopefully in some other set we will, but this card is not that bad. I think it will help Dark Magicians a little bit better, and this support has actually been really good for Dark Magicians. I even kind of want to play it just because of the nostalgia I have for the first series of Yu-Gi-Oh, you know? So yeah, this card is actually looking to be pretty promising for the set, and I think now, every single card has been announced for all protagonists, and I think this set shaped up pretty nicely. Yugimoto has some good cards. Jaden definitely had some really good cards for heroes. You say not too much, but it's decent. Then we had Yuma, which is not that bad for a Utopia / Onomatopoeia deck. And then we had Yuya, which only has like one good spell card, but I don't know. The only thing I'm worried about are short prints. So yeah, we'll just have to wait when it comes out in January. And finally, we have the Lost promo art cards. So the Lost art promotion cards, sorry. And I have to say, Konami did a really good job with this. If you guys remember, we actually got to vote for these cards, and there was quite a lot selections, and they picked out 6 that had the best, pull rates. And I gotta say, I do love all these cards. There's like one card I don't like, but it's all right. So the first Lost promo art, we have the Foolish Burial, which is one card I think people are gonna love getting in their hands on, and because we do have the uncensored cross for the Tombstone. So that's actually really cool. Then we also have the Solemn Judgment, which is going to have the ladies with the halos on their heads because they had to censor that here in the TCG, but not anymore. Then the next card is the Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustavo Max. They replaced the blaster and they actually put a gun cannon on it, so it's an actual gun. And we have Offerings to the Doom, which is a very big difference between this art and the TCG. This is more of an altar for a church. Then we have Super Rejuvenation, which is going to have a blood on it. And then we have Edge Imp Sabers, which is not so safety scissors anymore. It's not blades or anything. They're actual razor sharp blades. So that's actually really cool. So I do applaud Konami for actually doing this, for letting the community vote for the cards rather than picking 6 random cards. Because I think the last promos, they didn't do that well at all. I think Skill Drain was good, but the rest, not so much. So I'm actually happy that they made us vote for them rather than just picking 6 cards that aren't going to do any good. So yeah, credit is where it's credit due. So right there. So yeah, with that, guys, that is it for news on Yu-Gi-Oh! Here. Some really big announcements. And I cannot wait to see what they're going to do for more Link monsters, for more, hopefully more legacy decks. We need more legacies and hopefully not Link monsters for cards that are already in a main set. So hopefully we get something like a Satellar Knight, Bujins, Zodiac. That would actually be really cool. Hell, I don't know. Anything really. Anything can get a Link monster. I hope they do some justice with Link VRAINS 3 because I think this will be the final set for Links. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know this was a little bit different than what I normally do, but I figured to do all the news in one video rather than doing like 3 separate videos. So hopefully you guys did enjoy that. So with that, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.